Go ahead and be seated. Good morning. What a beautiful morning. Thank you all for being here today. I also want to particularly thank the group that just played music for us and also who put this beautiful arrangement together. Where's Barbara? Is Barbara Park here? Barbara headed up the effort. Thank you, Barbara, wherever you are. All right, good morning, and welcome to the middle school promotion. Today's ceremony is to acknowledge and celebrate the 54 individuals sitting in front of us who have successfully completed the requirements of the Santa Fe Prep Middle School. But today is also the time in which we acknowledge and celebrate the work of the entire faculty and staff whose commitment, effort, and preparation have made this school year happen, and whose integrity, courage, curiosity, respect, and resilience have served as beacons for these honored students. Please join me in recognizing the remarkable collective effort of this group. In particular, I'd like to recognize the 13 faculty and staff members who, as of tomorrow, will have completed their first year at the school. Their collective impact has been tremendously positive, both behind the scenes and directly on our students' experience. If this was your first year, could you please stand up so that we can recognize you? Jessica, you get to stand up too. Thank you. I'd also like to recognize two 8th grade educators who will not be returning next year. Jim Heidenberger and Olga Herrera have given a combined 25 years of service to the students and the mission of Santa Fe Prep. Mr. H will be remembered for wrapping students, shrink wrapping students in garbage bags with a vacuum and creating hydrogen balloon fireballs. Olga will be remembered for being heard from classrooms away extolling, "Sí, chicos, con un acento sobre el L." But more than that, both will be remembered for providing compassion and understanding to each advisee, student, or colleague who was having a bad day and needed somebody to listen. Thank you, Mr. H. and Olga. You will be missed. The middle school promotion has a long tradition of giving the voice of its ceremony to our students, and this year will be no exception. We'll hear music and speeches from members of this talented class. First, however, I'd like to say a few words to our students. Class of 2026, yesterday morning, as many of you woke up following a night of sleeping in closely spaced tents, you created a sweet sound. It was the sound of friends in some state of consciousness, neither fully asleep nor awake, sweetly buzzing about how you slept the night before, the day ahead. The happy chatter closely echoed the morning calls of the birds, and for the first time in several years, I thought to myself, I'm finally waking up from a nightmare. This is what you should sound like. This is what it should feel like among you. In your applications to prep, some of you wrote about how excited you were by the way school felt during your visit day. Wouldn't you know, none of you wrote about that you hope for these following things: joining prep via Zoom and only meeting your new classmates in person for a few hours in the entire first semester of your school experience. None of you wrote about having your daily COVID screening forms checked, or your temperatures taken each morning in your car by Coach Renee and Coach Liz before receiving a wristband and proceeding to class. None of you wrote about getting to know the campus through directional walkways, wearing a hand-washing towel in your backpack. Brady, you still have that, right? Staying 6 feet apart, lowering your masks for bites of lunch while sitting on a frozen field in your advisory, or having 5 different daily schedules, some of them including a day pausa. I could go on, and you get the point. Nothing felt good or normal. You faced adversity, but you didn't have enough contact to feel that it was a shared experience. I appreciate that you are now starting to talk about what that period of time was like for you. You will see that in your isolation, you had more in common than you thought. The point is, if members of any class that has ever come through this school have a reason to respect one another and to truly see one another, it is you. I'll finish by saying that it has been fun finally seeing you develop as a group, from the cupcake wars to the musical to our rafting trip, even to today. We are proud of your resilience, your silliness, and all that you have achieved in the face of the most trying of circumstances. Gathered friends, I present to you the class of 2026. Our first speaker is Emily Aguirre. Emily is actually 6'2".
As much as people think they want to hear the truth, no, you do not. You do not want to hear about every thought that goes through other people's heads. You do not want to be around the turbulence that is teenagers, and you do not want to think about growing up. So, as much as you think you want to hear my speech, no, you do not. Do not take it gently when I say that this community is the most fractured I have ever seen. We are traitors, liars, and closed-minded people. We have gone through a pandemic, a mental health crisis, and political shifting. We are the generation that is affected by climate change. We are the generation that has seen society structures fall and rebuild upon itself, and we do not have an understanding of humanity, empathy, and basic human emotions. We treat each other as everlasting, pessimistic doormats, just to be stepped on. We are each other's consolation prizes. The way we treat each other with such hatred as we forget that other people are human too will play a significant role in our development as we grow up from the glue-eating toddlers we used to be. I do not think I can even refer to us as a community. We cannot continue contributing to further problems that only hurt each other, because at this rate, the last day of senior year will reflect the broken remnants of this community we currently are. Your progress for change is important, even if it fails. Our progress for change as a class is important, even if it fails. Because one step is one step, and change will happen. If one of us moves forward, others are bound to do so, even if it is the smallest of steps. Ultimately, with or without any of you, none of you get to take away what's supposed to be a good community away from me. So, slow down and realize that in 5 years, you are going to look back and regret. So, what change can we make? Convivir is a term my mother often used when I wouldn't get along with somebody. Well, mija, you just need to convivir con ellos. In English, it can very roughly translate to get along, but the direct translation is live together. It's a polite way of saying deal with them and move on, stay civil. This is what our class, the class of 2026, needs. We need to convivir and pick ourselves up and move on as a community we should become in high school. If you don't like somebody, don't talk about them. If you see somebody struggling, help them. Do not leave them unnoticed. Don't groan when you get somebody you dislike in a group project. Get over it and do your work with them. Overall, although change is terrifying, so is staying the same. Next up is Corey playing the violin.
We will now hear from Luke.
Kindness is free. I'm sure most, if not all of us, have heard that before. That quote is pretty much everywhere after all. Spoken by our elementary school teachers, written on the sides of coffee cups and pillows, endlessly repeated by authority figures throughout our lives. Kindness is free, kindness is easy. On the surface, it's a valid and inspiring sentiment. After all, how could you argue with it? It's not like you go to the store and buy it, and it often doesn't take more than a few seconds of work. But I ask you this: if kindness is free, if kindness is easy, then why isn't it everywhere? I could name tens, if not hundreds of times these past 2 years when someone has been unkind to me or another person. And I'm sure all of my peers in 8th grade would agree. In fact, I could even go as far as saying that we failed as a community. We failed to be kind. Over and over, we put each other down, we made each other uncomfortable, we disregarded each other's feelings. We hurt each other, purposefully. I'm not innocent of that either. There were multiple times when I came home at the end of the day and regretted something I said. When I realized that because of my actions or words, someone's day was worse off than it would have been without me. And I'd be surprised if any of my peers in 8th grade wouldn't say the same thing about themselves. But kindness is easy, right? So then why isn't it everywhere? None of us wake up every morning thinking, today I'm going to be someone I'm not proud of. Today I want to make the world a worse place. No one is being a bad person purely for the heck of it. So then why isn't everyone kind? Because kindness isn't free. Kindness isn't easy. Because if it was, then it would be everywhere. Then it would be a given. Kindness takes work. Kindness takes putting aside your short-term happiness. It's easy to say that mean joke that you know will make almost everybody laugh. It's easy to make fun of or annoy someone who's less powerful than you, because it makes you a bit more confident, because it makes your friends chuckle and join in. It's even easy to say nothing, to not say that joke, to not make fun of someone. But that's not kindness. It's easy to step back and be quiet and say that you're being kind, to blame other people for our failure this year. It's easy to walk away when you see someone being hurt by someone else and ignore it. That's easy, that's free, but that's not kindness. Because kindness isn't the things you don't do, but the things you do. Kindness is going out of your way to make the world around you a better place. Kindness is making sure that every time you interact with someone, they walk away feeling better than they did before. And that's not easy. That's not free. It takes time. It takes practice. It takes actively searching for unkind things around you that you can fix. And most of all, it takes humiliation and standing out. Kindness is hard. It's hard to be that one person that says, let's not do this. It's hard to be that one person that invites someone sitting alone. It's hard to be that one person that's kind. Being kind means that sometimes people will make fun of you, that sometimes people will brush you off and say you're being sensitive, that sometimes people will take your kindness and retaliate with meanness. And that's hard. Kindness takes being different. Kindness isn't always cool. But kindness is worth it. Because for everyone who lashes out at someone being kind, whether it be out of insecurity, jealousy, or a need to fit in, there's going to be someone that appreciates that kind act. Someone whose day is better because of you. Slowly but surely, we will realize what a screwed up system this is, one where kindness needs to be hard. Slowly but surely, kindness will become normal, and being unkind will become hard. So I promise it's the right thing to do. But we're not going to get there by only being kind when it's easy. We're going to get there by doing what's difficult, by standing up against the system that discourages kindness, by speaking up and by pushing our peers to do the same. Because kindness isn't easy, but kindness is always worth it. So for these next 4 years, I want it to be different. I want my classmates to be kind, not because it's easy, not because it's free, but because it's the right thing, for me, for them, for our whole community. So no matter how hard it is, and trust me, it will be kind. You're going to feel uncomfortable sometimes. You're going to feel different, left out, pushed away, singled out, made fun of. But no matter what, keep being kind. Because together we can make kindness easy. We can drown out the voices that make it hard. We can do it, not because it's easy, not because it's free, but because it's worth it. And now we're going to hear from Maya.
For the speech, we were asked to think about what experiences we had at Santa Fe Prep involving community, empathy, and kindness. As I wrote this speech, I reflected over my 2 years so far at Prep, and I have to say that I think community, empathy, and kindness is something that our class at Prep didn't have enough of over these 2 years. But I'm getting ahead of myself. In order to understand how we got here, we need to look back on the last 2 years, starting with when I first stepped foot here on campus. It was in October on my shadow day. I visited the English class, and they were reading a book called Bless Me Ultima. I was partnered up with a few 7th graders who were making a papier-mâché owl with wings and a head too big for its body. I also saw some of my classmates from elementary school shadowing on the same day, and we would talk to each other in the halls. Coming to Prep seemed exciting and bright with promise. But then, in March 2020, a global pandemic outbreak happened, and I started my first year in middle school online. So how was our 7th grade class supposed to build new friendships and community when we couldn't even be in the same room together? Strike one. Once COVID restrictions were being lifted, we transitioned into hybrid. But even though we were seeing each other in person, it ended up being hard to make new friends, and most people stayed in their already created cliques from past schools. Strike two. As we moved on from 7th grade and started 8th grade, some groups got bigger and things seemed okay through the fall semester. But not too long after, it felt like negative rumors and gossip were breaking trust within groups and setting back our progress in our community. Strike three. But you would be wrong to think we struck out, because I believe we are better than our worst moments over these past 2 years. I have seen examples of community, empathy, and kindness. Kindness is opening up our friend groups to others and making new friends. Empathy is reaching out and connecting to someone who might have been affected by rumors told about them. And community is as simple as class projects, such as the Cupcake Wars and presentations in other classes. For example, our National Park presentations in Global Studies. Sometimes, the only way to heal something is to acknowledge that you are hurt. And I think that we can all acknowledge that our community is hurting. And now is the time to focus on healing. I have seen that we are all capable of kindness, empathy, and community. And I believe we can be the type of community that Prep hopes that we can become. Thank you. And now we're going to hear from Gabe.
Wow. I feel like he controls the weather. Did you see how when the piece got stormier, the wind kicked up? That's pretty impressive. We will now hear from Ella.
When I start a speech, I like to start with a quote. Naturally, I turn to Google to search the web for quotes about kindness. After about 10 minutes of searching with no success, I thought I'd start searching more locally for a quote. The only person home at the time was my 3-year-old sister Hattie. I asked her to pause her Cocomelon, which was a struggle in and of its own, but eventually she did, and I asked her this: what do you do when you want to be really kind to someone? She thought for a second and then answered, you put people in your heart. There was a solid 3 seconds where I was super impressed with her answer. She then said, and then you take them out and make Play-Doh. She ran out the door screaming, see you later, alligator. I thought about her for a while, and I started analyzing her quote, trying to find the deep meaning in her 3-year-old words. First of all, I thought about how to take someone into my heart. I think you need to show everyone you encounter kindness. You need to show how you can be happy and kind simultaneously. Hopefully, when you do this, others will start to be kind to everyone else around them, like a domino effect. The Play-Doh part of her quote is a little lost on me, but I'm sure she had meaning. I've learned a lot this year. I've realized that I have the most amazing friends in the entire world. I learned about the power of a collective voice to spark change. And I know this sounds cliche, but I have learned that the small snippets of kindness from someone can make my whole day brighter. My message to this class is that I want us all to try to be kind next year. Even small acts of kindness, like waiting for someone to pack up their stuff just so you can walk to the next class with them, can make someone's whole day better. Positive energy spreads easily. If I'm happy, I'm more likely to do something nice for someone else, and they may find joy in paying it forward. If we all try hard in 9th grade to be super kind to each other, it will just be muscle memory by 10th grade. And if that doesn't work, in 10th grade, we'll just start voting people off the island. Next up, we'll hear from Audrey.
ever think why. Another night and I'm still wasting time. Got so much on my mind. Oh, I can't lie, I'm watching butterflies, watching butterflies.
Good morning. I'm Aaron Schubach, and I have the distinct privilege of conferring the Heads Award for Overall Excellence. Traditionally, the Heads Award goes to a student who has consistently excelled in all aspects of middle school life at Santa Fe Prep, including academics, citizenship, community service, athletics, and the arts. This year, uncommonly, but very appropriately, the middle school faculty unanimously selected 2 award winners, Olive Beitscheid and Steck Simons Harwood. Please join me on stage. Olive's teachers describe her energy as effervescent, and hard work and talent have been her calling cards throughout her time in the middle school. Very recently, she bottled her effervescence into the character of Donkey in Shrek Jr., where she had a great deal to say. During her time in the middle school, Olive cartwheeled literally from program to program, connecting the dots, bringing her true self, and making the most of what we have to offer. Congratulations, Olive. In the words of the middle school faculty, Steck epitomizes what it means to be a Griffin. Engaged, hardworking, and determined, especially on the difficult challenges. Steck's teachers note that he goes out of his way to be kind, inclusive, and thoughtful to his peers, often taking extra steps to put them at ease. His math teacher, Joey Reich, notes that Steck is a young man with great passions for chess, for academic material, for self-improvement, and for others. Well done, Steck.
All right. The part you've all been waiting for, the awarding of the certificates. So we're gonna practice this. We won't get it right the first few times, but just bear with me. So what's gonna happen is I'm going to read a name. You are not going to cheer for them yet. I am going to read a tribute about that student as they walk up on stage. When I'm done with the tribute, then you are going to cheer wildly. Then they are going to shake hands with Mr. Schubach, get their certificate, and go back to their seat. While they are coming up, parents, friends, if you would like to come up here on the grass so that you can take photos, please just see when your student is going to be coming forward and make your way up before it's their turn. Thank you. All right, you guys ready? Here we go. Emily Yasmine Aguirre. No, see, I knew that was going to happen. Emily, come on up. Joyful and insightful, Emily sets the bar high for herself and others. Her determination, creativity, and motivation are evident on the volleyball court, during the legislative session, and in the classroom. Yeah, and students, feel free to go up and down the stairs closest to your side. Anna Irina Alexandrescu. No. Sincere and dedicated, Anna brings a smile and a positive attitude to class. Her readiness to learn, participate, and engage is an inspiration. Chloe Sabine Offerstate. Chloe's many superior qualities include thinking of others, demonstrating insight, contributing to groups, and planning ahead. She is a loyal friend and a force on the soccer pitch and the basketball court. Sophia Lynn Bear. A driven student and athlete, Sophia courageously lives in pursuit of truth. She is the consummate teammate on the cross-country course and in the pool. Vincent Rand Baker. Vince's passion for active learning is obvious to all. His determination and community compass make him a leader both on the field and in the classroom. Benjamin Becker. The great outdoors is Ben's classroom and home. His respect and stewardship for the natural world is palpable and infectious, and we have all benefited from his knowledge. Marley Ballou. Marley's kindness, sincerity, and dedication, combined with her positive outlook and helpful nature, inform the leadership she demonstrates at Prep as a scholar and an athlete. Congratulations, Marley. Olive Beedscheid. An avid sportswoman, outstanding scholar, gifted thespian, and a friend of her friends, Olive is a well-rounded young lady and a model of engagement. Eddie Blick. With his omnipresent smile, quiet nature, and affable personality, Eddie can always be counted on to brighten one's day and be there when a friend is needed. Leah Faith Boyd. Leah dives into everything she does with commitment, enthusiasm, and a smile. She is a motivated student, a devoted friend, an accomplished dancer, and a class leader. Ella Regan Brown. Ella's smile and positivity bring joy to those around her. An enthusiastic participant and active listener, she shines both in and out of the classroom. Congratulations. Nice job, Ella. Camila Elena Carreon. A quiet problem solver, deep thinker, and intent listener, Camila goes above and beyond in all she undertakes. As a performer, she'll knock your socks off. Maya Roanhorse Crawford. Maya radiates a calm and positive presence as a goalkeeper, as a classmate, and as a friend. Her creativity, vitality, and opinions brighten one's day. Prasanna Bahadur Darlami. Prasanna brings a bright energy to school, and his outgoing and playful personality make any interaction or mathematical exploration an enjoyable ride. Sylvia Elise Delorio. Exuberant, confident, and insightful, one knows when Sylvie walks into a room, steps on a stage, and flexes her intellectual might in class. Jack Michael Dunn. Jack's smile brightens the classroom. His passion for adventure, military history, and food inform his varied and interesting conversations. Cameron Elizabeth Egolf. Fearless and outspoken, Cam is a passionate vegan baker and accomplished performer. Her generosity and humor leave us in gratitude. Ingrid Ermentrout. Ingrid approaches life, school, and all challenges in much the same way as we see her dancing a jig around campus, with purpose, commitment, power, and grace. Sam Ferber. Loyal friend, supportive classmate, and avid artist, Sam is enthusiastic about trying new things. Their fierce determination and dedication are only surpassed by their love for animals. Tess Gastiazoro. Soccer enthusiast, world traveler, and loyal friend, Tess wastes no time in creating community wherever she goes. Tyler Zachary Gearing. A quiet leader and effective problem solver, Tyler is equal parts conscientious, kind, and brilliant. Congratulations, Tyler. Helena Gracer. A devoted friend and a keen competitor in sports and games, Sia's brilliance also shows in her acting, community service, and the classroom. Sky C. Gutierrez. With her sly smile and mischievous sense of humor, Sky implores us to see the world through the lens of a dreamer. Her artistic explorations are fueled by passion. Steck Simons Harwood. A diligent and strong student and avid chess player, Steck finds fun in learning. His desire to expand his knowledge of himself and the world is palpable as he models active engagement in the classroom. Sasha Marie Hirsch Arnett. A good friend and hardworking student, Sasha adds personality to any group that she joins. She stands out as a caring person who is always willing to help others. Gabriel Inglis. Ask Gabe for the capital of any country, and he will know it. He is a talented and dedicated musician, as well as a passionate scholar with a classroom presence. Griffin James Grove. Through his camaraderie, love of music, and sketching, Griff quickly became a part of our community this year, and we are forever grateful for it. Van Mitchell Krieger. Straightforward, loyal, and curious, Van consistently sets out to find answers to questions big and small and challenges others to do the same. Tara Rosher Kurian. Up for any challenge presented, Tara consistently weighs in with her views on gender equality and other subjects. She sets a beautiful example for our community by advocating for those less powerful. Coriandra Feliz Cristabel Lares. Corey's quiet yet fierce demeanor reveals a vocal self-advocate, loyal friend, and a person of integrity who always does the right thing. Brady Matthew Lawrence. Brady brings a quiet enthusiasm and a thoughtful nature to each class. He is an active listener, supportive classmate, and independent spirit. Congratulations, Brady. Maggie Lytle. Excellent student, gifted musician, and talented artist, Maggie's strong sense of justice and consistent kindness make her a loyal friend. Her sense of humor is wonderfully well-timed. Kelly Lynn McDonald. A quiet force of nature with super athletic powers, Kelly is quiet in the classroom but makes a statement on the field. Once she sets a goal, she'll score. Helen Marlowe. As she approaches her commitment to dance and her love of horses, Helen likewise brings joy, laughter, and love to her classmates and community. Caitlin Jane Mooney. Katie's kindness and inclusiveness transcend any setting. An academic, actress, and athlete, she always has a smile to share. Congratulations, Katie. Jigme Namchak. Jigme enjoys the process of discovery. A talented artist, he seeks his connection to the world each and every day. Olive Nardi Kais. Olive is a loyal friend who always asks good questions. An advocate for others, she considers the big picture and then acts. Congratulations, Olive. Max Nerzig. Max, who possesses a great sense of humor, is able to rise to meet any challenge. A three-sport student-athlete, he excels in running, soccer, and basketball. Congratulations, Max. Isaac Olson. On the field and in the classroom, Isaac embodies enthusiasm, leadership, and engagement. A fierce competitor, he is also a good friend. Luke Minu Rand. Luke challenges himself both academically and athletically. His curiosity and caring engagement allow him to find success in everything he tries. Audrey Ace Richardson. Audrey casts a bright, positive light on the stage and in the classroom. Bringing her best self to any endeavor, she is a true example of being up for anything. Elizario Rivera. Easygoing and laid back, Eli is self-motivated and works to build his intellectual foundations and fortitude. David Uhuru Rubin. Quick with a smile, David has endless energy and thrives on the soccer field and ski slopes. You all right? Cool. I'm just going to say a couple of things. He understands the value of both hard work and self-advocacy. Congratulations. You can turn around and take a picture if you want. Owen Strong Scanlon. Owen is not afraid to follow his passions. Because his aim is true, he does not miss the target. Alexia Schwade. With commitment and integrity, Lexi reliably embraces and overcomes challenges the same way as she achieves success on the Taekwondo mat, fearlessly. Congratulations, Lexi. Sasha Laree Smucker. Sasha balances competitiveness with compassion, making her a delight to be around, even when she is in the lead. A true Renaissance woman, track, chess, reading, and academics capture her varied interests. Ruby Rose Stenzel. Ruby's enthusiasm and positive attitude surround her wherever she goes. Whether on the field or in advisory, Ruby gives it her all while supporting those around her. Congratulations, Ruby. Tori Lee Stumbo. Tori is a great communicator and advocate, both for herself and others. Prep volleyball has benefited greatly from her leadership. Shristi Sakap. Shristi's strong thirst for knowledge and adventure is evidenced by her excellence in multiple sports and mastery of the intricacies of Shakespeare. Congratulations, Shristi. Reese Thompson. Reese's outgoing personality and quick wit keep our attention. We wouldn't want to miss his joyful take on any topic. Sequoia Atlas Tiger Trone Smith. Calm, kind, and quiet in demeanor, Sequoia is a deep thinker whose work reflects his insightful nature. His passion for fast cars and making people laugh win him many friends. Jocelyn Yutzi. Jocelyn stands tall amongst her peers, not only literally, but also in her unwavering quest to be a person of honor, fairness, and inspiration. Congratulations. Keaton Verswyver. An avid and successful mountain biker, Keaton has a passion for the outdoors. Both playful and hardworking, his good heart wins over adults and peers alike. Jackson Worth. Whether it is fishing in a New Mexican stream, advocating for the protection of its waters, or sharing laughter and friendship with his classmates, Jackson both finds and brings joy to all that he does. Congratulations, Jackson. All right. Ninth graders, you will now hear from Head of Upper School Jessica Lucero Flores.
All right. Welcome, parents, grandparents, and family members to this esteemed event for your loved ones, the 9th grade promotion class of 2026. Today we close one chapter and enter the next. You have seen your children crawl, walk, speak, read, and move from preschool to elementary, from elementary to middle school. And today we honor them for achieving the task of completing their journey in middle school on their way to upper school. Students, you should know that your parents, sisters, brothers, grandparents, and teachers are very proud of you today. They believe in you, and you make them proud in all that you do. So take a moment and smile for the cameras. With every year that you age, you have become a little more independent. But I bet many of you are thinking back to your kindergarten graduation, where you drew on the sidewalks with chalk or perhaps learned your letters. Maybe you were thinking about your 6th grade graduation and moving over to Santa Fe Prep, and perhaps feeling slightly nervous. But now, as a seasoned 8th grade student that has 2 years in the big school under your belt, you might just be thinking to yourself, thank goodness it's summer and we won't have homework. Or, when is this promotion ceremony gonna end? Or, I wish Miss Jessica would just hurry up so I can check my cell phone and visit with my friends. You can think about all that stuff, but I would be grateful if you can think about this promotion today. This move up the ladder to the next chapter of your life. It may not feel as big as your kindergarten or 6th grade graduations, because when you move over to 9th grade, you get to stay on the same campus. You get to see your former teachers, and you also get to follow some similar day-to-day operations. It won't feel so different in theory, but this promotion is huge, and you need to wrap your head around that before stepping onto the campus in August. In the business world, if you get a promotion, you are usually expected to have more responsibilities, more work hours, and do more complex work. It is no different when you move over to upper school at Santa Fe Prep. You will be expected to have more responsibilities, like balancing your sports and art requirement, taking harder college preparatory classes, and putting in more homework and working hours to be successful. You will have to work harder because you need to maintain a higher GPA, as the payout will be your college acceptance. You will enter adulthood adulthood fully prepared with all that Santa Fe Prep has to give you. The good news is you have a few months to think about these responsibilities before starting upper school. So I want you to take your time today and tomorrow to celebrate. Congratulations to your continued growth and hard work. I am honored to be your future division head and see you grow into lovely young adults. I am also happy to think about the opportunity to form a community together, something we heard a lot about today. I want to leave you with a little haiku poem by Kelly Roper. Leave 8th grade behind, time to look toward the future, and new beginnings. Have a great summer. Next year, I look forward to seeing you on the upper school quad, where you will be a high school student. Congratulations to you, the promoted class of 2026.
All right. We're going to dismiss you for the summer here after one more thing. And maybe I can get some help in rearranging the stage a little bit. So we're going to have a little slideshow. And after that slideshow, I would like to remind everyone that there will be a reception on the upper school quad that you are all invited to attend directly following the slideshow in the recessional. And class of 2026, just sit tight after the slideshow, and I think Mr. Ishii is going to play a little musical number for you as you process out.
May you have auspiciousness and causes of success. May you have the confidence to always do your best. May it take no effort in your being generous, sharing what you can, nothing more, nothing less. May you know the meaning of the word happiness. May you always lead from the beating in your chest. May you be treated like an esteemed guest. May you get to rest, may you catch your breath. May the best of your todays be the worst of your tomorrows. Whoa. May the road less paved be the road that you follow. Oh. Well, here's to the hearts that you're gonna break. Here's to the lives that you're gonna change. Here's to the infinite possible ways to love you. I want you to have it. Here's to the good times we're gonna have. You don't need money, you got a free pass. Here's to the fact that I'd be sad without you. I want you to have it all. A slap bracelet. May you keep the chaos and the clutter off your desk. May you have unquestionable health and less stress. Having no possessions though immeasurable wealth. May you get a gold star on your next test. May your educated guesses always be correct. And may you win prizes shining like diamonds. May you really own it each moment to the next. May the best of your todays be the worst of your tomorrows. Whoa. May the road less paved be the road that you follow. Oh. Well, here's to the hearts that you're gonna break. Here's to the lives that you're gonna change. Here's to the infinite possible ways to love you. I want you to have it. Here's to the good times we're gonna have. You don't need money, you got a free pass. Here's to the fact that I'll be sad without you. I want you to have it all. Oh, have it all you can imagine. Oh, no matter what your path is, if you believe it, then anything can happen. Go, 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 raise your glasses. Go, 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 you can have it all. I told you, here's to the hearts that you're gonna break. Here's to the lives that you're gonna change. Here's to the infinite possible ways to love you. I want you to have it. Here's to the good times we're gonna have. You don't need money, got a free pass. Here's to the fact that I'll be sad without you. I want you to have it all. I want you to have it all. I want you to have it. I want you to have it all. I want you to have it. Here's to the good times we're gonna have. Here's to you always making me laugh. Here's to the fact that I'll be sad without you. I want you to have it all.
On my way, on my way, on my way, on my way. I would like to reach out my hand, me say, me tell you to run. On my way, on my way. Nobody say, nobody on. Well, pick me up with golden hand. Me say, me tell you to run. On my way, on my way. Nobody say, nobody on. Well, I would like to hold my little hand. How we will run with, how we will cry with. I would like to hold my little hand. How we will run with, how we will cry. Send me in my way, send me in my way, send me in my way, send me on my way, send me in my way, send me in my way, send me on my way. I would like to reach out my hand, me tell you to run. Nobody say, nobody on. Well, pick me up with golden hair. Me say, me tell you to run. Nobody say, nobody on. Well, I would like to hold my little hand. How you will run with, how you will crawl with. I would like to hold my little hand. How you will run with, how you will crawl. Send me in my way, send me in my way, send me in my way. Reach out my hand, me say, me tell you to run. On my way, On my way. Mubidi see, mubidi oh.
Her face